Hello everyone and welcome to the car park at Rush Green following David Moyes' pre-match press conference today ahead of Fulham versus West Ham United tomorrow afternoon at Craven Cottage. Obviously speaking ahead of tomorrow's London derby, a really important game you feel for West Ham and for Moyes. Obviously reports are out there that this is a must not lose game. With that kind of goes without saying, really. I don't think losing to Newcastle in midweek was a big issue. It's more the manner of that defeat and sort of the sort of nature of it. They didn't actually play that badly. Actually pretty good until the Gerd's mistake to make it 3-1. The atmosphere until half time was comfortably the best it's been at London Stadium all season. So it's very much more of a manner, but obviously David Moyes has kind of admitted you can't lose games in football. That's the industry, and of West Ham only outside of a relegation zone on goal difference, or admittedly quite a bit on goal difference, but still only goal difference. Time is running out to really running out to salvage the season and get things back on track. In terms of team news, we have a press conference this morning. Normally it's in the afternoon, so the players aren't actually trained yet, so David Moyes couldn't really give us much of an update. Obviously we know there's going to be no Gianluca Scamacca for the game, so yeah, that's all on that. Interesting question David Moyes was asked about was does he still need the stresses, all the experience he's got in Football Manager, and he was very quick to say yeah he does. And said, look at Neil Warnock and Roy Hodgson coming back to football management recently in the mid-70s. David Moyes isn't even 60 yet. He said it's like a drug. Of course, he needs it. So, you can tell there's so much fight. There's never not been fight with David Moyes this season. Yeah, results and performances have been flat quite often, but there's never not been fight or effort. And you can see that he's always, spoke very assured of himself and his players and his team all season, even when things have gone against them. So, hopefully a positive performance and at least a point out of tomorrow would be good. You can read everything that David Moyes has said in the broadcast section of his press conference. That's all up on Football London now, so you can go and check that out. Obviously a brilliant win last night for the under-18s in the Youth Cup. I was there, and yeah, it was a great night. Divock Midbarma getting a hat-trick for Gideon Kajua, Lewis Orford, George Murphy, among those that were excellent last night. 6-1 win over Southampton, and Southampton actually beat West Ham to the title in the league last year. West Ham themselves obviously 1 point. They needed their final 3 games to seal the league title. So, last night's win, it will set them up for their first ever Youth Cup final in 24 years. They head to Arsenal for that. No date set. It's got to be before, I think it's the 28th or 29th, whatever, for last Saturday in April. It's got to be before then. So yeah, when eyes and ears peeled and all that sort of thing to see when that happens. But yeah, so some positives to take. Certainly for the academy at the minute. But yeah, that's about it from here. We'll see you all over at Fulham tomorrow. And yeah, fingers crossed for a positive result.